Okay, so the other thing is that we just went through, which is the webinar that happened in the last sort of few weeks. That's been a major marketing project. I tell you what, one takeaway from this is it's all about substance, and it's always been the case in our strategy in marketing anyway, or in sales. We don't do plastic stuff. We always speak as it is and substance-based kind of selling and marketing anyway. But really, when you think about it, it came down to asking the question, what is it, why, the so what factor. Why would someone want to turn up to this? We had to really ask that question so hard, didn't we? Why? What is the real crux of this webinar? Why would someone want to turn up and spend an hour with us of their time sitting on Zoom? That's a big investment by any professional. Why would someone want to do it? And it taught us a lot about what the product does and where these core values are. And then it came down to what we discovered is for someone an HR person struggling with all their contracts, they've got these contracts sitting in folders all around the place, like a maze. Maze of folders and names of folders to indicate where this contract is or where this PDF is and where that form is and whatever.
Or they have multiple contracts, and we can do that a lot better for them by giving them, the ability to maybe blend a permanent and a part-time contract and change what the content is.
Yes. Through
content blocking. I think that's really powerful as well.
Right. The word that you guys use for that, consolidate or something, right? Consolidate
Yes.
multiple contracts into one template. Yep.
Fewer, contracts.
Yeah, that's it. That's a great point, man. And so, what we then found, in addition to that point, is to someone to have a contract, and that they every time they need to ready one of those for a person, for a new employee, to go and find it first of all through that maze of folders to start with, and then to open it up and go in and edit those 10, 15 variables, taking the risk of stuffing things up. Once you've opened a document, all hell can break loose. You almost have to have the brain cells firepower to be able to analyze, almost read everything in case, because it's a legal document.
Yep.
The fact that you're in a position where you could by default, by accident, get rid of a whole page or pages or paragraph, that means you've got that sort of alertness about how much testing and proofreading you have to do.
Yeah.
Fair. So that is one of the issues. But nevertheless, even if you park that, to just go and find all those variables and make the choice about what am I writing in this here, what's the variable value or that I need to type here, such as the name of the person, contact details, is this a worker from home, is this worker from the office, the base salary, the duties and responsibilities, the bonus structure, etc., all these different variables, whether it's just a number or whether it's a whole paragraph that need to change according to what the contract is and the position and the offer details and stuff, the deal, to be able to turn this into an auto-generating PDF engine in a sense. Yeah. I mean, we found that this is really the crux of what the onboarding module is all about. And that's what we continue to market and stuff, It was a bit of an eye-opener for us.
Certainly, document security and integrity, it's very important. Because as you say, it's a legal document.
Yeah. And how do you see it, Jeannine, from the sales team point of view when you're speaking about onboarding? How do you view the crux, or at least two of the top value propositions of the onboarding module?
Just having the data seamlessly flow first up from the recruitment piece. So as we start gathering all that data, we bring it through to onboarding. A lot of it's pre-populated and we're just finally tweaking and making any last minute changes, sending it internally to get it digitally signed off, and then being able to literally in a couple of clicks send it to the new hire. And for the new hire to have an amazing experience from their mobile device, or if they're on a tablet, everything formatted beautifully, the company, their branding, all as they're proud to be part now of this company from the experience they have and onboarding, not just for, staff on the floor, but all the way up to the CEO. We've had stories where CEOs got onboarded with our software and they said, wow, he was so impressed, that quickly he could get the contract signed and everything was finalised. And then the last piece, transferring that data, not just across to payroll, but automations that get triggered to internal stakeholders so that everybody's prepared for that new hire on their first day.
There's some smarts that we can do in that area as well, pertaining to something that's been on the card. We discussed that briefly last night, you and me. The communication with the procurement and provisioning and the different people that need to be part of making that person onboarded successfully. It's like you need that one single page that everybody's on. So if you can create a system data as opposed to, custom fields, such as benefits or entitlements or things they need to do, equipments, etc., and all in one place under, we know that this is an equipment or this needs to be purchased, every item we know so much about it, and who's responsible for it. You flag the right person, so it becomes like a page. Everybody's aware what needs to be completed and who needs to complete it. So it creates visibility and, in a sense, name and shame as well. Oh, everything's done except the provisioning. The IT person has been a bit slack, Yeah. It really creates visibility and encouragement.
Accountability piece is really good.
Yeah. We've been talking about it for a few years. We're so close to do that. But certainly.